Hi, and welcome back to the Save It for Parts channel. In a few previous videos, I've shown off a variety of cheap second or third hand broken drones that I've gotten. Now, I do actually have a nice drone. It's a DJI Mini 2. I got this one as a gift, so it's a little nicer than the stuff I usually get for myself. It has a really cool camera, really cool flight controls. I've been really happy with the DJI Mini, especially compared to all the cheaper options that I've tried. It's been fun to use out at Sandland, it's been fun to get aerial photos and video of some of my projects, and it's really fun to just go out to the Mississippi River or some of the more scenic areas of the Midwest and fly it around to see what things look like. Here's a recent trip I took to Lake Pepin, which is kind of a wide spot in the Mississippi River between Minnesota and Wisconsin. It's a really cool area with lots of interesting terrain and scenery and lots of cool wildlife. Unfortunately, it turns out some of that terrain and some of that wildlife is a bit hazardous to drones. Alright, so I was flying my drone around by the river and it has stopped responding and is just shaking around like crazy. Now looking at where it is on the map, I think a bald eagle just ate my drone. If it would stop shaking for a moment, maybe I could actually see where it is up there, but it just refuses to do anything but shake. Alright, so now we're driving through these random woods to the top of the bluff. We've been told to go look for who owns this house out on the tip of the bluff, and he might let me look for the drone out there. Okay, so we're out here searching for the drone. We've driven down the road, we've talked to the neighbors. They've said, go ahead, go over the cliff, down the hill, look for the drone. So we're in here, kind of by the base of the cliff, and it's still pretty steep terrain, even at the base of the rocks here. But the GPS waypoint for the drone, the last known GPS coordinate for the drone was somewhere in here. So I don't know if it's up in a tree, if it's down at the bottom of the cliff, if it's in an eagle nest, or where exactly the thing ended up. We're sure not seeing anything here. None of this is exactly easily searchable terrain. So the problem with trying to follow a GPS... the problem with trying to follow a GPS waypoint from one of these drones, when it's possibly in a tree or possibly on the side of a cliff, you can find the XY position, but you don't know the Z, the vertical. So it could be down here on the forest floor, or it could be 100 feet up there. So I'm on pretty steep terrain up here on these bluffs, so I might not film much of this because I'm basically walking on the side of a cliff. Also, the mosquitoes are super fierce out here, and I want to keep moving so I don't just get eaten to death. Alright, we've come back out here to our riverside bluffs looking for the drone again. The neighbors that I talked to last time suggested that I start from the bottom of the bluff and try to hike up. They said it's not quite as steep as it seems, which is pretty steep still. I'm basically going straight uphill, kind of trying to follow these deer trails. And just like last time, the mosquitoes are basically a solid mass in the air, so I might not have any blood left by the time I'm done with this. So when I talked to DJI to try to do the drone flyaway claim, and they think it's about 50% my fault, or maybe all my fault. They think what happened was not an eagle attack, but that the drone went out of range, tried to auto-return, and auto-returned itself into these trees. So I'm looking around the trees, I'm looking around under the trees. We've had quite a bit of wind lately, so it's possible the thing fell out of the tree if that's where it landed in the first place. So I'm looking around on the ground here. So far, not finding anything except mosquitoes. It also doesn't help that the coordinates keep jumping around here. A second ago I was just below the drone, now it says I'm up above the drone, and again, the terrain here is basically just straight up and down cliffs, so going a foot or two in each direction could be 30-40 feet up and down. Well, at least as I perch on the cliffside here, I've got a really nice view out over the Mississippi River. Alright, so I am literally feet away from the last known location of this drone, give or take some GPS error where it keeps bouncing around. I am not seeing anything in the trees or on the ground. If it was an eagle that hit it, and if it lost signal right when that eagle got it, it could have been knocked somewhere else. The eagle could have carried it somewhere else and then dropped it. I just don't know. But, well, either way, I'm sure not finding it out here. And these mosquitoes are just killing me. So it's also starting to rain, which doesn't help the mosquito situation. I think I'm gonna pike out. I'm gonna say this drone is gone. I'm gonna pay the lost drone fee. And we're gonna chalk this one up to don't fly near the river or near eagles or anywhere except 5 feet above my house in the future. Well, I should be safe as long as I stay on the deer trails, right? The deer come up these cliffs all the time and they seem perfectly survivable. Coming back down the hill, the next question with an expedition like this is, where did I leave my car again? I'm only mildly joking about losing the car. My phone has actually run out of batteries in GPS mode searching for the drone, so I'm kind of winging it getting back to the road here. Did I park on this abandoned paved road in the middle of the woods? And why is there an abandoned paved highway in the middle of the woods? Did I park in this mysterious tunnel? I mean, it's always fun to find a mysterious tunnel. Good bonus for the day, but still not worth losing the drone for. Man, this tunnel's really cool. I love the floor in it. And it just goes to more forest. I'm pretty sure this is when the horror movie starts. Alright, so it's really just a culvert on this old section of the original river highway. And it's kind of cool, but it's pretty short. And again, not worth losing the drone to come out and find this. So now that I'm home, my phone won't turn on at all. Tried holding the button down, tried charging it. Doesn't even seem to be charging since the battery bank doesn't drain when it's hooked up to this. So this is turning into a very expensive drone loss. Yeah, the phone was damaged before, but I think screwing around on the hillside, it's taken some more damage, and maybe that's just finally killed it. So I'm gonna try to open this up, see if I can get the battery out. And I can't actually go through with my drone replacement policy without getting to the app on the phone, because apparently that's how DJI does stuff. So I really need to get the phone working so I can get a new drone. So after trying to get the battery out, my phone, or what's left of it, now lives in a plastic bag. And I tried to go to the phone store and get a new one, but they are short-staffed and you have to make an appointment a week out, so you can't even go buy a new phone. And phone shopping online makes even less sense because I can't tell if it's a 4G or a 5G, or if it's Verizon's flavor 5G or everybody else's flavor, or if it works internationally or just in the US or just in Canada. I miss the old days when my phones were hand-cranked and my portable computers took AA batteries, and oh no, I've become a grumpy old man. Okay, so to wrap this thing up before I start ranting too much and telling kids to get off my lawn, I do have a new phone now. I've gone ahead and done the drone flyaway report, and I'm just waiting on my new drone to show up. So hopefully that one will survive longer. We'll make sure not to fly it near any bluffs or water or trees or flatland or buildings or non-buildings, or basically we're just going to keep it in a padded box in the house and never take it anywhere. I still don't know if an eagle actually attacked my old drone, but I didn't actually see any flying around. I didn't actually see the eagle attack the drone. I just kind of lost video signal, and then, like I said, the GPS waypoint pretty much went straight to that eagle. I think it's still against the law to harass them or be too near their nests, so I didn't actually climb up to where the eagle was. Maybe eventually some wildlife biologists will be up there and they'll find the remains of my DJI mixed in with deer bones and fish bones and whatnot. Thanks for watching, and thanks for putting up with me being completely inept at any technology I didn't find in a dumpster. We'll see you next time.